We're going to go through how to create horizontal compartmentation using the Copy&Monitor feature in Revit. When we use the Copy&Monitor feature, we either use the architect model or the structural model. And this all depends on which project we're working with. It can either be the structural model, depending how they have done it, and sometimes it's going to be the architect model. It doesn't really matter, but in this case, we will use the architect model in this example today. When we are using the Copy&Monitor feature, the good thing about this is that we actually get notification if there is any changes to the floors, meaning we can know when something changed and we can automatically update or accept the difference instead of living in the blind, as you say. We will jump to the Copy&Monitor feature by first make sure that we only have the architect model visible in the view. So we select the correct link to copy from. Go into Revit links and make sure that the architect model is the only one that's visible. You can press OK. Then we want to enable temporary view properties, so we only see the floors and the fire protection. The fire protection is not necessary, but it might help to understand the building. Down in the bottom of the view, we can enable something called temporarily apply template properties, which enables us to use the view templates to change the look in that specific view temporarily. As you can see, I've already used the horizontal compartmentation that is already included in the Naviate BIMfire template for each region. Go here and you can see all the different view templates here, and I'm going to use the horizontal compartmentation view template, and I'm going to press OK, and we will see all the slabs and floors in the view and our wall compartmentation, as you can see. In this view, what I've done, I've added a view filter that makes the linked floors 1% transparent to make it look a little bit nicer. I'm going to turn that off temporarily, so it's going to look more that out of the box, something like this. Now we can go to the Copy&Monitor feature, select link, and select the architect model. This is the same workflow we use when we are copy monitoring the levels, but instead of going directly to copy, we want to go to options. And in the last tab here, we got floors. What we want to do is we want to select all these floors by using Shift, the first and last one, and we want to change to copy original type. And we want to make sure this one is ticked as well. If they have any shaft or any other component that cuts the floor or slab, we want that object to be copied into our model as well, so we can use that to basically adjust the opening of that specific floor. We will press OK. We go to copy, and we will press multiple, and we will copy all the original floor types. So I'm going to go through each and one of these, and we're going to try to get everyone. And I'm even going to select one extra that I know that we don't need. And I'm going to go like that. Brilliant. And I might need you as well. So this one. So I selected one extra that is not going to be rated, just to show how we can do that as well. And this one could be the one that we want to use instead also. I think I'm done. If you miss something, it's perfectly fine. Just go in and copy them later as well. And we will, as always, go to the smaller finish before going to the larger finish, and we will copy all these slabs into our model. You selected the different slabs was using the control feature, if you didn't know that, and everything now is copied into our model, and I will finish the Copy&Monitor feature as well. Now we need to adjust everything that we copied, so it's gonna look good. I'm gonna start with this one. So you can see here it says floor 273, but it's actually a 270 floor. And what's happening when Revit's copying those floors into our model, it kind of makes mistakes, to be honest. And that is because they are not completely the same in layout and different cuts. So if I select the floor up here, it's called 274, still 270. This means that for every 270 floor, it added a value on the different, even though they are the completely same floor. We're going to adjust this later. We're going to fix this globally, so to speak. So select one of the slabs that's going to be our horizontal compartmentation. We're going to go to Edit Type. Here on the graphics is kind of the first one that we want to fix, and that is the coloring when we have a coarse fill in a section or elevation. I'm going to use the Swedish standards for 60 minutes, which is red. So I can simply here choose red. And we're going to change the coarse fill pattern from nothing to a solid fill. And I'm going to press OK. So I have a red solid fill. Then we go into structure, which is how the floor, all the different layers within the floors. Sometimes you will have several layers here. What I usually do is actually then select it. I'm going to insert the empty one. I just select those, every layer except one, and just delete those and just make the thickness the same. So 270 is the thickness of that slab. And we're going to add a material. So it's going to look quite nice. So I'm going to go here into material, and I said it's going to be red. And I know this one is going to be all those Naviate compartment colors. And we have the different RGB colors here. And this one is red as well. If you're uncertain, check in your template which color would go with the different requirement. I will go OK. And that is my color. And I got this one as well. And I'm going to go here also. And now I got, if I isolate this floor, now I got my compartment. It's not at all ready, but it's here. And you can reset it. So I use here quickly temporarily isolate object and obviously reset. As you can see, how it looks right now is kind of shifting in colors. This is not a good look. So what I usually do is I adjust this so it kind of looks good for everyone, not only me. So we don't want to use view filters. That is kind of the last solution if we don't know really what we want to do or how to do something. So what I'm going to do is we can select one or several slabs, and we can go into height offset from level. And here we can go and write -1. -1 millimeter is still acceptable, but what's going to happen is this slab is going to go 1 millimeter down. You're going to get a warning. That's fine. We're going to get a lot of these warnings. Going to go down, and right straight away it looked a lot better here. But because we pulled it down, the 270 millimeter thick slab 1 millimeter down, actually 1 millimeter now is going below the bottom. This means if the architect right now would create a ceiling plan, they would see our floor compartmentation on their ceiling plans, and they would get annoyed. We don't want that out either. So we're going to select the slab again. We go to Edit Type, and we go into your structure, and we're going to go here and write 268, 1 millimeter less, well, 1 millimeter left from the top and 1 millimeter less from the bottom, which is 2 millimeters. 268, it's going to go and be invisible. We're going to get some new warnings. That's perfectly fine. And once that's done, we're going to press OK. And before we finish this, we're actually going to rename this one to something more readable or more understandable and name for us. So I'm going to write Naviate for NV_REI 60. I'm actually going to rename this with a space in between. I already was in use. That's fine. Then I'm going to use like this, and looks the same. We can rotate. I'm just going to go here and reset. And this one, the first one here is kind of done, or at least where it looks like. If I go and go here and take a look in level 2, because if I select it, now I know it's level 2, but if I select it, we can see here on the properties level, you can jump to level 2, and it's selected. And if I edit the boundary, you will kind of see here in the staircase, because the landing is for the architect, and we can see the different openings that the architect has done. Here, we can change and adjust however we need to do it. So, for instance, around this staircases, I'm going to remove the sketches because I don't like it. And I'm going to do new ones using the rectangle or line. It all depend on the project. I'm just going to do 2 new rectangles for this one, here and here. Brilliant. Okay. We get a lot of warnings when we're doing this, but we are adjusting. This means that if I take a section through the model, yes, through here, and go to section, it looks quite nice here. All the way. We got an opening here as well, and that's perfect. So we kind of fixed one slab right now. There's a lot of other here as well, and we don't want to go through each one of these. So what we can do exactly is actually go here to schedule and create a new schedule. And we're going to go down to floors, and we're going to call this floor schedule 2. Brilliant name. I'm going to use it because it's going to be temporarily. The first one they're going to go with, it's going to be type. Then I want to go with thickness, default thickness. That is the thickness of my slab. And then last but not least, it's the height offset from level. That was the -1 that we did. All those, that's brilliant. I'm happy. We're going to go here and sorting and grouping, and I want to sort by how thick they are, how offset they are as well. And then, okay, it's going to look like this. All these, the 270s that are varies, so we get several of those, I can write -1. All those different slabs went down 1 millimeter. I usually just copy this name, or you can use the drop down, but just copy, faster. And now I change all those everywhere. I can select all those, isolate them, and isolate element, not that one apparently. I can select all those, isolate element, and now I fix all these in a click of a button, which is brilliant. And then I can just go to a next one, this one, and I usually just rename in the beginning. And I didn't even do that, rename in the beginning, and it's going to be NV REI 60, and I'm going to add 330 or 330, and this should be red as well. This one should be solid. Go here, we're going to add not concrete, which is the Swedish one. We're going to go down here to the red one. Going to do U is going to be 3, 2, 8. Okay, that's fine. I'll go here again. Once again, it's flickering, meaning you can go here to schedule, -1, -1. This one seems weird, it's rough, it's placed in the wrong place, but this one can be changed to this one. Brilliant. This one is strange. Let's take a look where you are. It's here, apparently. We can take a look. Is this one? So this one should be in the same level as this. And it's level 2. So I change this to level 2 and 0. Okay, you should be instead the 330. And you should go down. In this case, it looks like 50. And not positive say 50, but it looked a little bit too little. That's fine. Maybe -100. You can do a section or something like that. 100. Perfect. We got there as well. We keep on going, and we can add and even add and change things like this. So we can go down here like, this one should be a high requirement here. It should be 2 hours. So we can go with this floor, edit boundary, pick lines, and go on the very bottom and just tab and select this slab. And we got the new one. So what I do is I usually just trim, take away as much as possible of this one. Go here to here. And you can be deleted, you'd be deleted. Can delete a few things and go like that. Brilliant. This one was the 2 hour, which is kind of dark red, as you can see. Sorry, dark red is kind of dark purple, 120. If you're uncertain, let's go here. Object styles. We got fire protection. We got 120. It's this color. I don't know what it is. I can add it here in my coloring. Like, go here, double click on original. It will appear there. Add. Okay, okay. Select this one and we go here. And you should be this 63 255. Brilliant. I changed from concrete and all the RGB is here. 63, 63. Oh, so we got the material here as well. We got 2 millimeters off, so it would be 48. And this one should be changed to 1 millimeter less. I can actually go like this, enough 31 less. Brilliant. And we go around and we got there here as well. So when we've been doing this, we get all these new things, and it's going to be the last one here, and it kind of fixes itself everywhere. And you just go around updating. But we got a bunch of different warnings that you notice because we're changing. So all our thickness, the elevation height, naming, you name it, we get warnings when we're setting this up. They are annoying, I know. But take those warnings as it is. And what we want to do, the last thing we want to do is we're going to, of course, restore the view. So it kind of looks good. Then we're going to select the architect link. We're going to go what's called coordination review. Here we can see all the different things that actually happen, all those warnings. You can see how many things here. And here we can actually just select all these warnings and accept difference and apply. This means from the difference that we did right now, they're now gone. And we will get a warning if they change something from now. And this is kind of the workflow of how you're setting up the horizontal compartmentation. We will get the exact same thickness, minus 2 millimeters, but the sections, everything, they're going to look a lot more better. I'm going to go here. We can go through this one and just go through that one. We go to edit in view. We get everything here out of the box. We are a high requirement here. It goes up there. We can kind of adjust this if you want, but we get these kind of nice looking models out of the box, us doing nothing. And that's how we do the horizontal compartmentation using Copy&Monitor feature. Thank you for me.